Welcome back, everybody, to Turn Order Warped, Season 2, Episode 1. Welcome back. There will be mature language. If that is not for you, that's okay. It's still nice to have you here, but we understand. It's okay.
We were just discussing tittans.
Yes.
Yeah.
Attack on tittans.
We will be using mature language. Yes. So you start wandering through the halls, Dr. Icarus. How are you reacting, Tike?
I would instinctively have, like, as soon as all the turbulence and stuff kind of died down, I would have unbuckled and just instantly went to my locker and put, like, my towel and boxing gloves away and just put on my uniform, which is, like...
Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I would be, like, in the process of putting on my like, leather uniform.
Okay.
As, like, the built-in armor.
Okay.
And I would go to, like, the... Who in this specific area would be, like, the commanding officer?
Let's see. I've got too many windows open. Oh my god. There it is. Okay. All right. So, roll me a D3.
Okay. Tree.
Okay. It's probably a it is probably a junior grade lieutenant in the immediate vicinity. Junior grade lieutenant
Peter Denozo.
No.
I just thought I'd share a name.
And fail miserably. It is a junior grade lieutenant by the name of Calier, a Venetian, a female Venetian, and it looks like she's trying to organize Navy officers. Basically, she's sending them. It looks like she's sort of assigning them to help out with any emergency services.
Yeah, I would just instantly report to her.
Okay. She
and
basically
salute and then just await orders.
She says, Tike?
Yes.
Got him! You fucking got him!
I'm not actually gonna hold that. Tyke dies of a heart attack.
I love you, Bobby. That was amazing.
Yeah.
That was way better than I was expecting it to be.
That was legit
Breaking the
awesome. I
DM.
broke into a hearty cough because I laughed so hard.
Breaking
I
the
laughed
GM
and
is the
got
best
lightheaded.
part of this game.
Oh fuck! God, me so good, man. Fuck me. Oh shit.
It's probably one of the only words like I'd be able to get. Oh my god.
Tike, I need you to report to the Tachyon core area immediately. They need as much help as they can get. We have a possible breach. Do you understand? I need you to help with the engineers. Clear out any debris that's there. We just need to get as many bodies there as possible.
Yeah, I just salute and just turn and run off.
Okay. Yeah, there's sort of like people filing into the turbo lift, heading down towards the promenade. And yeah, you're just like crammed into this fucking turbo lift, like just way too many people stuffed in there. The turbo lift slides down, immediately like opens up on the promenade, which is like fucking like insanity times 2. There's people running around everywhere, civilians not supposed to be here that are just running around. There's probably even some like looting and stuff that's going on. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, the second I would see some looting, I would instantly sprint over to the first person that I'd see. What are they? What exactly would they be looting? Like, what can I discern from where?
There's probably a bunch of shops that have basically been like damaged due to whatever it is that caused the ship to get damaged, like it has. I mean, it's just some metals like sheared, like you can see like the bulkheads around shops and stuff just kind of fucking torn in half. And there's people that are just kind of like running in, like grabbing some stuff. It's probably like we could say like there's probably like a clothier, like a tailor or something that's just kind of like torn open. People taking out like expensive looking suits and shit like that, taken out from there.
Okay. Aside from that, do I notice like anybody lying on the ground in pain, or like is there anyone injured? That's
Give me
just
a perception check.
Okay. Perception. Okay. A 12.
12 on a 3d6. So it doesn't look like there's any really bad injuries. You can see people that are sort of like struggling with some injuries, but it looks like they're able to sort of like move around. The ship is kind of like not entirely stable too. Like, like there's a few like situations where the deck will just kind of like vibrate a bit, like and like I said before, the gravity is kind of like partially on, partially off. Like you can see that some of the grav plating's kind of fucked up. Stuff is kind of floating, and then like it'll float to an area where the gravity is working again and just like flop down.
Is the gravity going from like off to on, or is it like on varying scale of gravity?
No, it's like off or on.
Okay. Honestly, if it's just like clothing and stuff that's being looted and not like something more, high value, I'd probably just keep running towards the core, the Tachyon core, as per ordered.
Okay. So you go to like another section of the promenade. Each section has its own kind of like turbo lifts, so they're not necessarily in the same area. Like you might have to walk like a little bit to get to the next set of turbo lifts. So you go there, and you can see that there's a line. Like people are just piled up like outside the turbo lifts, making their way down in the turbo lifts. Excuse me, trying to reach like the habitat rings and get to somewhere safe. You have to wait like a little while before you do anything. Do you try to like get
Would
in
there
front?
be? I'm not gonna like try and push my way through everybody who's trying to get to safety. Is there like a alternate route, like some ladders?
You
or
can take an
some
access.
way,
You can take an access.
like an
tube,
access
yeah.
hatch?
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that and just like push forward and move as fast as possible.
Definitely part of any military officer's training on this ship is to know where the different access tubes lead.
So I can get my way around, like in case of an emergency. I guess.
Absolutely.
Okay. I sprint off in that direction towards the nearest access hatch.
Give me a running plus your agility.
Okay.
Okay, 16 on a 46. So you're hauling ass, man. You're in good shape, and you're hauling ass. The access tube is like cleared. You remove the hatch, and you start making your way down the ladders. And part of your training, you know that like the tubes can sometimes be like different parts of the ship have certain tubes have access to gravity, some of them don't, depending on what portion of the ship you're on. In the promenade connecting to the habitat ring, there is gravity, but like in engineering and stuff like that, there isn't in the access tubes.
So like I would assume that when it gets to a point where there's no gravity, there's probably more bars around.
Yeah,
in that section to kind of pull yourself along.
Yeah, there's like railings essentially.
Yeah, the second that I get to that section, I'm just going to grab and pull as hard as possible.
To be fair, there's probably railings everywhere, like
throughout the whole thing.
Yeah, throughout the tubes.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just going to like pull and just sort of launch myself through the low grav.
Okay.
Just to get there.
Yeah, you start to propel yourself down there. Let's switch on over to Nova.
So after we get the notification, I unbuckle, and you just kind of see me looking around, and I'm looking for Mac Laner, or anybody else that I might recognize that's in charge. But Mac's the only one that I would know. Like, Mac's definitely in charge. She would know what to do.
Give me a 1d2.
1d2.
Okay. Mac is definitely around. She was probably right outside the armory. She was probably about to give you like your assignment or something after you guys came out of the tachyon conduit. Like you were her next stop. You were going to be on patrol after you guys came out of the tachyon conduit. Yeah, so she's outside. She's actually like grabbing people and just kind of like throwing them in the direction that they have to go.
Gotcha.
And she says, I don't want to hear it! Move your ass! Go, recruit! Go!
Yeah, that's Mac.
And she says, oh, and what are you looking at? Come on! Lift that up! Lift it! With your legs! Come on! Yes! And she sort of like sees you out of the corner of her eye. Nova! What are you doing?
Mac, what has happened?
What do you mean what's happened? Can't you see the ship is falling apart?
This is crazy. I do not know. How can I help?
How can you help? How can you help? And she like grabs you by the fucking collar and like hauls your ass like into the hallway. And she's like pointing down the hall. And she says, if you see anybody injured, you drag them to sick bay immediately. Perform first aid if necessary.
I will do this. I will do this.
Go!
So
go!
I'm gonna hop to and go strolling around looking for trouble.
Okay. Give me a perception check, please.
I will give you this thing.
And remember, it's perception plus your intuition, or you can use the tallied derived statistics area under movement.
Under movement?
Yes.
Bam. Wow, that's a really low roll
5d6
for my available pool.
Well, it's close to average. So you encounter one person that's kind of like struggling a bit. Looks like they've got some kind of a broken leg or something. You can see like they're sort of like hobbling. They're trying to use like the railing along the wall. In general, you guys will find that there's railings around every wall just in case there's like a problem with the life support, the gravity. So it's just like a safety precaution. There's always like a railing or something available around through the ship.
Is it a
you can see it's
man or woman? Like what size?
It's a man. He's probably like Romeo 1d7.
1d7.
It's a felin that's sort of favoring a leg, sort of like hopping on one foot and using the railing.
Dear. Dear.
Yeah, and it's kind of like an orange colored kind of felin.
Sir,
I'm fine. What do you want?
you are not fine. You are hurt. Let me help you.
I always hop.
Okay, but this is maybe, and I'm gesturing toward his leg, maybe even broken. We need to get to the med bay.
I'll just lick it. It's fine.
This will not work. You come with me.
And I just kind of like I hook myself under his arm and kind of make him move forward by pulling him forward. So he's going to have to use his good leg and kind of not use his bad leg.
Okay.
And hobble along to medical.
I keep telling you I'm fine. Do you have any drugs available?
Drugs? I do not walk around with drugs.
I just thought I'd check.
Ah, mon Dieu.
And I just
Yeah, you just start dragging him to sick bay. So you weren't too far from sick bay, and you can see that the hallway around sick bay is sort of quickly turning into like a triage center. Yeah, like the sick bay is overrun with people. There's people all just kind of like propped up against the wall. You can see different doctors sort of doing like some checks, like fast checks to see like who's the most badly hurt to be taken into to the more precious med bays.
would I, in my basic training, have kind of like knowledge to cobble together a splint or any? Am I useful in any way?
Do you have medicine as a skill?
I don't think I do.
Okay.
So I don't know if in basic Marines it would have been like.
So give me a logic check.
Okay, let's see. Lodge is 3d6.
Okay, a 14 on a 3d6, pretty solid. So you can definitely figure out like a splint. You don't really know the best way to sort of like set the break. You know,
Sure.
you like know of it. You've seen
Yeah.
people do it, but you don't know how to do
The
it.
general principle to isolate movement
Yeah.
in that limb would be
Yeah.
all I would go for.
Yeah.
What is your name, sir?
My name, it's Kiba.
Iba?
Kiba.
Kiba. Kiba, you wait here. I will help you.
And I'm gonna go scout around. If there is a medic available, if I see a medic like transitioning patients, I'll ask them for help.
So you see, what do you look like? What do you look like, Simon?
I'm completely hairless, pretty much, like no eyebrows or
Oh
nothing.
my goodness.
And, like no hair, and like pale is really, really pale.
What are you wearing?
I've got just I have to wear a uniform, which I don't like, and I take off at any opportunity. But I got just like a white kind of medic's uniform on with my little sci-med badge, which someone can draw and come up with a design for.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, we definitely need somebody to make up the actual comm badges. Okay. So yeah, you see this person who's just kind of like outside, and it looks like there's a few other doctors that are kind of like running around, just trying to determine people. But this one quite clearly is healing like emergency cases.
Okay.
Monsieur, sir.
Yeah.
There is a villain out here. I think his leg is broken.
It's not broken. It's fine.
That should not be facing this way. Please, can you help him?
You can see he's like trying to bend like a certain way to lick himself.
What are you in a military uniform?
I would definitely be in my uniform.
You're
Yep.
quiet again, Zaganicus.
We just move this up a couple millimeters here. There we go. Yeah. So, yeah. He can go see someone else.
Oh,
Uh,
someone
yeah.
else? I don't.
ju-
Who?
Just
See, everything's fine. I just need some drugs.
No, this is not fine.
you. Feeling. Just wait there, and someone will see you.
But should we not splint it? It looks very bad.
Fine. I go over really quick and just touch his leg.
Immediately it tries
sorry.
to like recoil.
So-
What are you doing?
Sorry, just stay still. I'm trying to feel out whether it's just fractured or whether it's like a complicated break where it's maybe breached an artery, like is it starting to swell or whatever, or bruise severely.
Okay. It's quite clearly broken. You don't even have to make a roll for it. Yeah, his foot is just kind of like hanging, kind of limp.
Oh, this could be bad. Let me just stay still.
No, don't. What are you doing? No, leave it be. Just give me drugs.
And I psychic heal him.
Okay. Give me your D6.
I'm looking in the completely wrong screen for my macro. There we go.
Okay. So you hear this like pop, like, oh!
You're okay now.
See, I told you it was broken.
Shh, you're taking up space. You can leave.
Oh,
He immediately like plays
nice to meet you too.
immediately like plays off the yowling and like starts to like lick his foot. See, it's fine.
You feeling can probably go to one of the other med areas. I give the French-speaking lady a quick glance, like barely making eye contact, like just flash it to you. My pupils are like dilated as fuck.
Oh dear.
Right now.
Oh dear.
Are you hurt?
Me?
Yeah.
No, I am not hurt.
Then get out. Go.
Oh, okay.
And I just turn about. I'm up out of there looking for other injured parties or ne'er-do-wells.
Okay. So let's return the scene to the Tachyon core, where we see a very overwhelmed looking Borean by the name of Betty, and Tike sort of popping out from one of the access tubes. The Tachyon core essentially is this sort of like sphere of many faces. It almost looks like a polygonal model of a sphere, like like a 3D model of a sphere, where you see all the tessellation and the different faces and such. And it's sort of like rotating what looks to be in like random directions, just kind of like rotating like all about, and it's massive. It's huge.
How big is this huge sphere? Because I doubt I probably have only been through here when I did like my first tour of the ship, just to familiarize myself with the whole thing, but I haven't actually been here since.
We'll say about 150 meters.
Holy fuck. Okay, so this is a massive, massive
it's fucking
sphere.
huge. Yeah,
what
and
color is it?
It's gold. It's gold. Basically there's like the portion where you can see there's all this like various machinery and stuff around it. There's part that you can see like out towards space. Like there you can see there's like a gap or something between the core and space. I'm not sure exactly why they do it. It could be cooling. It could be some other things. Maybe it needs to have access to a vacuum or something. I don't know. But it's like partially exposed to space, and it keeps like rotating like in and out. And there's some like containment or whatever that allows that to happen. There's like as many engineers that can actually be packed in here as possible without stacking bodies up are inside this area. There's various people that are like trying to help. It looks like crew members of various types that are just kind of trying to get debris out of the way so that they can work or whatever.
Boreans are just there with their gaffer tape. We got this.
Does there seem to be anybody like giving orders in this area, or someone who seems like they're in charge, like that I can discern? You want perception?
Yeah, give me a perception check.
14. I'm so rotted that all of my rolls are greater than my health. Every single roll I make.
The salt was so real when Bobby rolled his health, guys. It was bad.
I'm gonna be I'll be salty for this whole campaign. I'm gonna be honest.
Do I have more health than you?
I think everybody does. I have as much health as
Simon.
the old. Yeah, as much.
No.
I have the same as.
No, he has way more than you.
Yeah, he has 19.
Dr. Icarus has way more than you.
Old frail man who can't even stand up has
Oh, wait,
way
hold
more
on.
health.
I'm
I'm
pretty
mostly
frail.
gristle.
Yeah, so there's probably several officers that look like they're trying to sort of set up various locations around the containment and whatnot. You can't tell which one's in charge, beyond like trying to actually like run around and check everybody's rank.
Yeah, the first one seems to be like sort of shouting orders. I would approach and salute. Can I help?
What? Where are
Do
you
you-
from?
I just look down at my uniform. I'm from the Navy.
All right, you can help move debris. Go. There.
Yeah,
And-
the second she points, I sprint off in that direction to go and start moving debris.
Yeah, you can see this like you can see that this there's a Borean let's see. What did you look like, Betty? Yeah, there's a red Borean that's covered in like grease and stuff. That
Pretty
is
normal, really.
Would you say you're wearing like a jumpsuit or
Yeah, it's probably a jumpsuit and like a vest on. She's like totally got the jumpsuit like tied around her waist, and she's probably got some sort of gaffer tape bandana going on as well. Just
Okay.
you know, to keep the sweat out of her eyes and things.
Yeah, you can see this small red Borean that's just kind of like she's got this like oversized wrench and is just kind of like whacking things with it.
Yeah, I just
It's like, there's some like tangled things, and she's just like, right, we'll just get this out the way in a jiffy then. Just there we go. Right, you can move that now. Wouldn't it? Right, big lad.
yeah, I'm like probably like 5'11", but
Big
fucking
lad.
jacked. Like
Yeah.
I am jacked. Like muscles on muscles.
Well, hello there. Ooh, right. You here to help? Are you?
Yes.
Oh, right then. Can you move that over there, please?
Sure. Yeah. I go over and
I
I start
totally right.
immediately moving things.
Yeah, as you bend over, you bet he's totally just there, like. Ooh.
I'm completely oblivious to that. I have no
Probably for
perception
the
in
best.
that
I
regard.
don't think you can afford another HR complaint. Yeah, so. Right then, what else? This needs to go as well. Right, this. Oh no! Oh, right, okay, that was still light. Oh, it's connected to the other end. Right, okay, cool. No, this is broken. Oh, we need to fix this. We'll get right on that.
So what exactly am I moving right now, Wack? Is it just like big old panels and debris and stuff that I'm just kind of pushing out of the way?
Yeah. It's generally like panels. There's different tubing and shit. There's probably like dead wiring and stuff that's just kind of getting moved out of the way. You can see that now Chief Engineer Van Zant has also finally joined the group. He's brought like several other people with him, engineers and stuff, and he starts to like take control of the situation. He's reading like a display, and he's starting to like order people around. He says, "All right, everybody, listen up! Listen up! We have a priority here. The cooling section is taken care of. Cooling is fine. We don't have to worry about that. What we have to worry about right now is containment. Containment is our #1 priority, all right? I want everyone working on different aspects of containment. I need 2 people up front working on the front console. It blew out completely. I can't get a reading on the core. If we don't get a reading within the next few minutes, I'm ejecting the core. Do you understand me?
We'll help.
All right, you. Come here.
Ryu.
Says, all right, you and you. Come here. All right. I need you to connect those wires, get this panel up and running. I need everything working on this control panel. I need to see what is happening to the core right now.
Finally, my time to shine.
Okay. So there's another, it's probably like a, we'll say probably like a human, probably like a, probably 20s, something like that. Probably a younger ensign or something that is helping you out underneath the paneling here. Give me an engineering check plus your logic, please.
Alright, engineering plus logic, so that's 16. No, wait, 5d6, right. Not bad.
Yikes. On 11 on a 5d6. Yeah, you basically just get shocked. You get shocked, like, as
right,
yours.
I know exactly what to. Oh, okay, no, those were live, right. Oh, wait, no. The red one on the right, okay. Oh, right, okay. I can do this, I got this.
You start to get hauled out of the panel area. Chief Van Zant has got you by the ankles, and he's just kind of pulls you out. He says, "What the fuck do you think you're doing? Get the fuck out of there right now!" He says, "The panel almost blew. I just saw sparks. What the fuck are you doing?"
It was a little look. There was a loose wire, and I just corey. It's a little short.
Get the fuck out of here!
It's fine. I'm barely singed. Fine. Be that way. See if I care.
Yeah, you can see like his eyes are all wild, and he says, "Look, we don't get this online. We gotta eject the core. We don't know where we are, and if we have to eject the core, we can't get back to where we need to be."
Well, all right, fine. I can do it. Give me another shot. Give me another chance. I can do it, Coach.
Fuck off.
Fine. I'll go and clean this up over here then.
Yeah, and he actually heads into the panel, and he's just like, "You can hand me my wrench."
Right away, sir. There you go.
Spanner.
There you go.
He says, "Voltometer."
Right you. There you go.
And you can see like he's sort of like tossing the stuff in and out, and yeah, he's just this goes on for a little while. The panels start to light up on the display, and you start to get readouts of the various important systems of the tachyon core. So you're basically staring at the screen right now. That's sort of like, it's probably like a hollow projection. There's it's like come up. And it's almost like one of those curved monitors, but it's like a hollow projection, so it's just kind of curving all around the panel. And you can see it in front of you now, Betty. You can see that there is an instability in the tachyon core, and that the containment protocols are currently starting to deactivate, and that if the containment is not fixed ASAP, that there will be a breach.
Sir, this is not looking particularly good up here.
Oh, it's not looking good down here either. You blew out about 10 different circuits. Oh my God.
Sir, the containment's about to go, sir.
What? And he just like shoots out from underneath. He says, "Get out of the way!" And he just kind of like shoves you roughly. And
All
he
right,
says,
sir.
he says, "Oh shit! Oh shit! All right, look, you there, and he starts like it's like a conductor in a fucking symphony. He starts like organizing all the people around. He says, "Take off those panels right now. I need access." He says, "Open up the access tubes up top." He's like, "We need to fix containment now."
Do I get pointed at while all
Oh
this
yeah,
is
yeah,
going on?
absolutely, yeah. He basically tells you to like help remove panels and stuff because they need access to all of this shit. So you just start helping out with it's not a screwdriver obviously, so they probably have something that just like it's like a magnetic strip or something that you swipe and it just kind of like chunk, falls out. Yeah, and you start to help with the paneling. You basically get Betty. You're still looking like at the screen, and Chief Anzant is messing with the control panel, and you can see he's trying to like balance different power levels and stuff. So he's like raising sliders and such, and he's trying to like take away certain power and stuff from different things that are obviously still online that the ship doesn't need. You know, like he's like taking down like various power levels for different things and repositioning the power so that containment can hold as much as possible. Several like sparks shoot out from different panels, and you can tell that several circuits have just been overloaded as he reroutes the power. He says, "All right."
You don't want me for doing that. I don't know.
So he says, "All right, I got some of the power readjusted here. Listen. You getting the wrench getter."
Yes, sir.
All right, look, I need you to do something. It might be dangerous.
Okay.
Are you up for it?
Of course.
All right, good. Look,
Danger is my middle name. Well, okay, it's Florence, but you know, anyway.
I need you to go up access tube 2B. You need to get to panel number T793.
Right.
T793. Repeat it back to me.
I'll write it down, sir. I'll write it down. T793. Here we go.
Hurry up!
All right. I can't find my pen. Ooh. All right, there we go. Okay, T793. There we go, sir.
T793.
T793. All right.
Don't forget it. I need you to remove the paneling. I need you to take out the relays. All right? I need you to divert the power. Okay?
Right.
We have to open up as many circuits as possible and give them to containment. It might short out some of the systems. Protect your face. Don't get burned.
I'm used to it right now. But all right, sir. Right. Off I go then.
So
No stars.
So yeah, you get brought over to this. You like trying to search for the appropriate access tube. You see it, and there's a bunch of debris there.
Right. Oi, I need somebody to move this debris. Anybody? Oi, big lad.
Do I hear her as I'm
Sure.
streaming the panels?
You, beefy one. Come here.
Me?
Yes, you. Can you move this? I need you to go and save the ship.
I run over
Super
and
important job.
I sprint over pretty much. Probably like dancing around smaller engineers as I get there. And yeah, what exactly am I lifting? Do I need to make a check for this, or do I just
yeah,
get
so
it out of the way?
there's a bunch of like probably like a bunch of paneling and stuff has been piled up there, but it's like a bunch. And please make a strength plus if you have athletics or lifting or carrying.
I don't really have anything I have. Yeah, I wouldn't have anything lifting or athletics, something like that.
Okay.
The best I would be able to do is like
Give me a strength check.
Yeah, just straight strength. A 9.
Okay. you're not able to clear the debris. It's just there's been too much shit that's been piled there. You are, however, able to open up a hole big enough for Betty to crawl into the tube through.
That's not the smallest hole I've ever been in. Don't worry. I can go. Here's fine. I'm already greased up.
Give you a confused look.
Give us a shove, will you?
Yeah, nod, and I just grab her by the feet and just push her.
Woo-hoo! All right, then. All right, and I'll just, head on up the tubes to panel T793.
Okay. I got him with a text on Zoom. So yeah, Betty, you start to climb up the ladder like gravity starts to basically turn off after you take a few rungs of the ladder.
In that case,
you can just sort of launch yourself up. You can see like T7 you can see like T775, T85, T90, and you kind of slow yourself down.
T793. There we go. Right. I will take out my special toolkit and we fill with high quality tool. My special toolkit, and I'll get out my fucking
What's its
wrench
name?
thing. Bob. Brilliant, Bob. Just you and me now. I'll start undoing the panel and right then. Let's do this shit. Okay, relays. You. Right, you look like a likely one, and I will carefully remove the relay.
Okay. Give me an engineering or electronics plus your logic.
Right. So engineering is 2d6 plus logic is 3d6 plus 5d6 again. Come on, roll better.
18 is better.
Yes.
Okay, you change the relay, and immediately like sparks shoot out, but you got yourself kind of ready, and you hold up your toolkit to
I've totally pulled down my Borean goggles and wrapped a bit of masking tape around my face to. Well. It's gonna be a bitch to take off.
Yeah, it's either some kind of fancy sex ritual or protection from this
or both.
Or both.
Both.
Yeah.
Electroplay.
Yeah. So the sparks shoot out as you change the relay over, and you can see like several like lights light up as you can see like power has been diverted, and it gives you like a it's probably just like a small LED like display that just kind of says like where it's been.
Where are you then?
Right. So you can see like it's the leads are sort of heading towards the containment. Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
I will continue doing relays.
Okay. So you keep doing that. Let's switch gears here. Dr. Icarus, you were headed towards sickbay as well. Is that correct? PG.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, I don't know why, but I'm in pain.
Okay.
I've
So-
got like a pain up in above my chest.
Yeah, you can see like sick bay as this. You walk past this like feeling that's kind of like saying, "All I asked was for some drugs. They didn't have to touch me."
I don't care. I'm going past him.
Yeah. So outside, you can see that there's like another bald fellow that you immediately have a deep connection with. And
It's not how the Force works, man.
Yeah, you can see that this person is sort of like walking around touching people, and you can see like serious wounds being healed.
There's no spare doctors at all?
There's probably some doctors walking around. Give me a perception check.
Okay.
Okay, a 7 on a 2d6. You are a very perceptive fellow. Yeah, there's no other doctors around. It's just this one guy.
But he's like tending to people.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Is there a queue? Is there a waiting room? Are there chairs?
The hallway is being used like triage right now. Like there's so many fucking people.
You were totally rolling over people's feet, aren't you?
No, he's hovering over them.
Oh, well, you know.
He's Professor Xing his way around.
Is there a prescription cabinet, a drug cabinet anywhere?
I mean, there's probably a locker.
Yeah. Is it locked with a good old-fashioned lock?
No.
Okay. I'm gonna go up to it and try and open it.
Yeah, you jiggle the handle. It's locked.
What? There isn't a lock on there, but it's locked.
No, there's a lock.
Exactly.
It's an electronic lock, but it's not. It has a handle.
I'm gonna randomly smash some digits. Would you like my luck?
Sure. Give me a luck roll.
Can I add my electronics to this?
Sure. 5d6 is your max, though. An 8 on a 46. Okay. So
No.
yeah, you push the button. Excuse me, sir. What are you doing?
I need some medication.
Sir, I'm sorry, but there are plenty of people ahead of you. Is the injury serious?
God's sakes, man, I'm not a doctor. Okay, I am a doctor, but I'm not a doctor.
Sit down. Someone will be with you shortly.
Is that some kind of horrible, horrific joke on the fact that my legs don't work?
You know what I meant? Position yourself away.
I slightly lower the height of the chair.
Look, we just need you to get out of the way. We have very injured people here. People with severe conditions. People that are on death's door.
Is he in a really inconvenient place?
Yeah, absolutely. He's blocking the fucking medicine cabinet.
Just trying to get some drugs, bro.
Okay. I'll get it in a minute.
Be careful.
Oh, it goes sideways.
I probably crash into you at this point.
My God. You're completely hairless.
Yeah. It's okay. You need help?
I just hurt my shoulder. I'm not dying.
You're if it's that serious, then you can go outside.
Okay.
Ow. Okay, no, let me just...
Ow.
Wait, stop.
Ow.
Let me just look first then. Like, have a look. 'Cause I'm assuming he was strapped in and injured. We've probably seen a bunch of these where some, especially since he's elderly, like collarbones or whatever, got broken by the force of it and stuff. Let me just take a look at you.
Are you a doctor?
Give me a medicine check, please, plus your logic, Simon.
Let me just check that out, because my logic's actually fairly low. I do most of my stuff intuitively, psychically. Medicine plus my logic's only a 3d6. 11?
Okay. It's not hard to tell that he has probably not broken a collarbone, but it's probably like a bad sprain or something. It's probably pretty painful.
I've probably like been given like a belt of just like, I don't know, like numbing sprays and stuff for some people for when I'm not psi healing from whoever's conducting the whole medicine side of things here. I just real quick. Just it's.
Are you a doctor?
No. I spray your shoulder. There you go.
You're not a doc. Even I'm a doctor.
Should be okay now. You can go.
So it's numbed. The pain hasn't been numbed.
Come back when it's.
Dad, do we know what's happened?
You have no idea what's happened. You just heard the screaming and stuff.
No, there was just lots of screaming and then more screaming.
I'm gonna go the other way. Well, I'm gonna come out of sick bay and I'm gonna go towards the command center of the ship.
Okay.
Come back later, though.
Yes, you're not a doctor. Let anyone be a doctor these days.
Okay.
What?
Okay, and you sort of putter towards.
Totter, I think, is the.
Does your chair make a little
Totally.
horror noise?
You probably added that.
And as you go
But
away,
it's
there's like the
science
Doppler
here,
effect.
Yeah. Although the noise that I made it do, I actually made it do the Doppler effect. So even if
Because you're not going fast enough for it to happen.
So yeah, you head towards command. Once you get to the Marine and Navy barracks, though, you can see that that there's basically a crowd that's kind of forming in front of the Marine and Navy barracks, and it looks like several people just kind of screaming like, "What's going on? Why won't you let us through?" You're muted.
Why can't you get through?
What? Oh.
You can't get through, man. Hello.
No. They're blocking us. They won't let us talk to any senior officers.
Blocking you? Out the way, I'm a doctor. Doctor coming through.
So you try to like hover. You're bumping into people. Hey, what are you doing?
I'm a doctor.
What are you doing? Hey.
I'm a doctor. Let me through, man.
You just keep like bumping somebody in the butt, like. Brr. Yeah, and they just. Hey, what are you? Hey, just. Relax.
I'm a doctor.
There's like an Ogron in the hallway that's taking up like half the hallway.
Excuse me. What is 2 + 7?
Go past him in the confusion.
2 + 7. 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3. What is 7?
Kind of grabs like another person, like holds them up, like I don't know, it's the number. Comes after 6. So like yeah, you just kind of like totter forward, and you can see that there's basically like cordoned off, and you can see Nova. You are one of the people there that is setting up a sort of barricade, preventing anyone from going further than the barracks.
Gotcha.
Yeah, the turbo lifts leading towards the command deck are closed.
Hello.
Yes?
I keep looking at eye level, but I'm in a chair, so it's a little bit.
I'm a doctor. Do you need any help?
I'm staring into my light now. I'm just going to pretend, okay? My chair hovers quite high now, all right? Happening.
Yeah, it raises up. Okay.
Well, why has this been cordoned off?
Oh, because the lifts there are broken and no one can use.
What?
They are broken.
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 They do not work.
They do not work.
They do not work.
I can fix them. Out of the way.
I
I thought you said you were a doctor.
I am a
Is he
doctor.
pushing? Is he pushing past me?
I mean, there's a group of people that are like officers in front of you with like, probably don't have like
Heavy
weapons drawn, but like,
rifles.
yeah, I mean, you guys have rifles like probably slung over your shoulders or something.
Oh, I definitely have mine always
Yeah.
out my back.
I've got a feeling Dick's wheelchair doesn't have much like thrust to it.
Yeah,
So
not a lot of
like
torque
pushing
in
against
those,
someone, it just kind of stops.
There's not much talk there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can fix them. I'm a doctor.
So yeah, as you're doing this, the turbo lift opens, and from the turbo lift, you can see that the chief medical doctor, and what looks to be Captain Panel are on a sort of like grav gurney that's just kind of like being sent your way. And Captain Panel does not look good. And that's where we're going to take our final break of the evening. We'll be right back. Quick break, and we'll be finishing up the last part of the show real soon. Stay tuned, everybody, for more Turn Order Warped in just a little bit.